Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. And let's have another wonderful morning empowering conversation. So it's so nice to see so many of you right on time, 15 people. What a wonderful thing it is to see all of you here. So when we all get together early in the morning, we create wonderful things. So we shift out of our default mode and we open the doors for living a life of creativity. Right? So if you had an opportunity to create your life, what would you create? I would create a life of ease and joy and glory. Right? A life of ease means what? Things are coming to you effortlessly, without struggle. It doesn't mean that you don't have to put in some work, you have to, but you can work or you can struggle. There's a distinction between them, isn't it? So life of ease and life of joy. And that's fun, when you wake up in the morning and your body feels light and you feel like laughing and you feel like dancing. I do that. So I put on music early in the morning and I'm singing and I'm dancing, not always singing because people are sleeping. And the body feels light. Life of joy. And it's a glorious life. Get up in the morning and say, wow, what a life, That's what we want, right? Otherwise, some people get up in the morning and they say, oh my God, another day. I'll have to look at the same face again. Oh my God, what's going to happen today? How many arguments will be there? Hello. So which one is better, guys? If you had a chance to create it, which one would you create? A life of ease, a life of joy, and a life of glory. So let's start the conversation by asking you that when I say a life of ease, joy, and glory, what does that look like for you? If you had a life of ease, joy, and glory, what would be happening in your life? And it may be happening already, so you can talk about that too.
So without any tension.
Yeah. So when your life is without tension, what will it look like?
It will look like very nice and we feel very good then.
So we need to train ourselves instead of saying what we don't want. So what did you say? Lena said what she does not want. Very good. But when you get what you don't want goes away, what is available to you is what you want. है ना? So you notice कि हमारा जो nomenclature भी रहता है, the way we talk also, उसमें कोई not जरूर आ जाता है ना? Thank you very much for sharing it. Abhinav ji, good morning.
Good morning, Sukhdeepak ji. So, what a life of ease, joy, and glory looks like? कि जो भी मैं करने हैं, whatever I start doing, I can do it easily. There is no struggle in that. And whatever I do, give me a lot of happiness and pleasure. That is ease, joy, and glory is whatever I do, everybody appreciates. Wow, kya baat hai.
Even when you think about it, you feel already good, no?
Yes.
So just imagine, what do we normally think about? मैं ये करूँगा तो ऐसे बोलेंगे, वो ऐसे देखेंगे. Now, when you think about this, how do you feel? It's so interesting. Wherever you put your attention on, that's what happens. You put your attention on ease, joy, and glory, then the possibility of ease, joy, and glory shows up. How wonderful is that? Thank you very much for sharing it, Abhinav. Enjoy your cup of tea or coffee, whatever it is.
Thank
we
you.
are getting a lot of vicarious pleasure by watching you.
Okay.
Okay, who's next?
Black coffee it is here.
Hi, good for you. Yes, come on, guys. What does a life of ease, joy, and glory mean to you? What would it look like? If अगर ease, joy, and glory आपके जीवन में प्रकट हो गया, so what would your life look like? Yes, please. Unmute and speak.
Yes, sir. So I feel like it will be a life of a very, very natural state, because it has always been said that the reality is we have to be always into peace, a comfort zone. I will not say comfort zone. Peace and happiness is a natural state. It is like overthinking, anxiety, fear that really adds on a lot of things. So
And
we'll
that
come
is the
into
unnatural.
we will just come back to our natural state, which is being happy actually. Because the
Yeah.
child, the child, he takes the same thing, he eats the same thing, he breathes the same air, he has the same sunshine, but he's into a state of faith, a state of trust that he will get everything what he wants. It is only when the person feel that I am the maker of myself and I am the someone who is feeding myself and feeding others, and he's doing that what we'll say charity or whatever duties and all. He gets into more and more complex
I
situations.
know. जिंदगी में ये सिखाया हुआ है ना, जीवन एक संघर्ष है, कामयाब होने के लिए बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. Nobody taught us that you can do a lot of work with joy also. You can enjoy also.
Yeah.
So one day I think I've shared this before, but I'm going to share it again. I used to go quite regularly to Chanakyapuri in Delhi. There is a place called the Vishwa Yuvak Kendra. So weekly I was conducting seminars over there. So my habit, is to always go 2 hours early. So I reached 2 hours early. It was a winter evening, little warm, not very cold or anything. And I was waiting for my session to start. So I like to walk a little bit outside in the lawn, So I was walking over there and I saw the Mali, the gardener. He was, with that thing, he was kind of removing the weeds from the lawn. And the guy was singing and laughing and he was doing his work. He was having so much fun, So I'm a joker, I keep cracking jokes. So I told him, bhai, kya baat hai? Chilam milam to nahi piye tumne? So I was telling him, have you had some, intoxicating substance or what? He said, kya sir? Aap to babu log ho, aap nahi samjhoge. Babu log means, you're a gentleman kind. You won't understand these things. I said, nahi, samjhao na, explain. Kyun nahi samjhenge? Hum samjhenge na. So he said, देखो sir, हिंदी में he said, I'll translate it. He said कि देखो sir, मेरा तो ये पेशा है, मेरे को यही आता है और इसी से मुझे कमाई करनी है, ठीक है ना? तो सारी जिंदगी ये करना है, या तो मैं रो के करूं, या मैं हंस के करूं. मुझे अच्छा लगता है, मैं तो हंस के करता हूं. And he said that, what a profound thing, you have to do what you have to do. And you can have joy while doing it. Like if you're a housewife, you have to do what you have to do. Kit with the servants and, aaj safai nahi hua, aaj bartan theek se nahi dhwaya, ye wo. Or sometimes you have to do things yourself also. Now you have to do what you have to do. And you can keep on, grumbling and complaining and blaming and, getting upset and do it. Or you can happily do it, Choice is whose? Yeah, so to be in our natural state is a choice, but sometimes I wonder what happens to us. And you notice another interesting thing, which I keep saying to you all, कि more than 80% of people, they are using less than 20% of their knowledge. Okay? मालूम सब कुछ है. ठीक है ना? आप encyclopedia लिख सकते हैं, इतना मालूम है आप. But when it comes to doing, then who takes over? Our default mode. And in the default mode, brain number 1 and 2, we don't have much of a choice, right? तो वही डिफॉल्ट मोड चालू हो जाता है. सो थोड़े दिनों के बाद लोगों के चेहरे भी वैसे हो जाते हैं. People's faces also become like that. Anyways, good morning, Zero Residue, Suchitra. That's a nice new name you have given to yourself this morning. Now we know who you are.
How do you catch me out, sir?
I know who you are.
So I want to state how my life of ease, joy, and glory looks like.
Will look like.
It will be like 2 pradakshinas around Arunachala every day, and everything else taking second place and going on smoothly till my last day. That's how it would look like, sir.
That's what it would look like, but that has certain, it means something to you, right? When you take 2 chakkars around Arunachala, it's like taking a peaceful, long and strenuous walk. That's one way of looking at it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is the significance of taking the walk in Arunachala that is special, that cannot happen if you take round parikrama around your block where you live? There's something special over there, right? Which you grant to that place.
Yeah.
right? There is no special there except the special, what shall I say, deification that you add to it. You notice that? And is there a choice as to where and who and when can we give it to? You're giving it to it, right? Arunachala is something which you make holy in your mind. It is a holy place, maybe. And it is, a lot of people say so. I haven't been there yet. And yet you make it holy because you say so. And I can tell you, there will be people who will go there and say, oh, what's the big deal? Like I took somebody to Vaishno Devi and we all had a real significant spiritual experience. Okay. It was deeply and very, very profound. And there was a person with us, "Theek hai." It was like going on a trek for them, So there is something that we grant. I think so. There's something that we give because that comes in us. When you kneel in front of a deity also, I believe, we grant that because if you see it in one way, it's just a stone statue, but our Shraddha gives something. So we give that Shraddha to it, right? What's the word for Shraddha in English? Devotion, faith, yeah? So we grant it. My question would be for you especially, and for many other people. See, you know these things better than most people do. So is what prevents us from granting that faith and devotion to living beings in our life who are also the expression of the deity. The Lord created each and every one here. I mean, if you look at this planet teeming with life, the planet itself is life. They say Gia is life, she lives. That's why in India we will worship a stone also, or a tree also, because it's an expression of this planet. What prevents us from giving that life to, or that faith to each and every person and thing, you notice, is me. And what prevents this probably is my judging. There are certain things we don't judge, no? Like I remember I went on a 28-kilometer parikrama in a place called Govardhan in Mathura district. It's a very holy place, as you know. And at 3 o'clock in the night, I was challenged to go there without wearing any shoes or chappals. Believe me, after the first 1,000 yards, every step on the ground was excruciating pain. Not only that, the village is not very clean, you understand? And you're putting your bare foot on the ground and all the time, for a long time I was thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get an infection. And I was to travel 4 days hence to East Timor. So I was thinking what's going to happen. I reached that mandir and that, mandir, they put water there also, no? So the floor was like kichad. But we went there with something and after a while, that walk, there was no pain, there was no nothing. Right? So for me, it was a very big victory because I realized I can walk barefoot for 28 kilometers. All right? And because I was judging the whole time, this is dirty, look at this mandir, they can't keep it clean. And there also that fellow Pujari took 100 rupees to put us in front of everybody else. So I said, this is like a bazaar. Do you understand? I felt no devotion when I went over there because I was so busy judging. So when we go with Shraddha and when we are not judging, or if we approach everybody with Shraddha and we are not judging, who's to say that God is not there with us in every form that we see? So Arunachala is in your house if you want to grant it that, no? Behind you, see? Turn around and see what's there on the wall there. Thank you for sharing. Anything else you'd like to say?
Nothing, sir. I just realized that Govardhan is the exact twice the length of the parikrama of Arunachala. 28.
Yeah, try it out barefoot. And you know what? When I went home, I soaked my feet in warm salted water. They were big sized blisters, all right? And all my 7 days I spent in East Timor, I was limping. I was finding it hard to wear my shoes and all. So it was just, for me, it was a reminder, I can do it. So anyway, it was fruitful because I discovered I could do it. And it was not fruitful because I was busy so much judging, so whatever is there in that place of devotion, I may or may not have received it. You see?
Yeah.
Because it only comes when you are willing to receive it. I now, with my understanding of energetics, I know that the more open you are, the more you're going to receive. And if you're busy judging, you're not going to be open anyway. So imagine every being, every person who comes into your life, whether you like them or you don't like them. And sometimes they're your flesh and blood. And they're not exactly behaving the way you want them to, right? And on the one side, your logic says, no, they are my children. I'm supposed to love them, right? And every time you see their face, you're getting irritated also. So this easy flow of energy that should take place in close and dear ones, you notice it's easier. Like when a mother holds a child, there's an easy flow of energy. And at some point of time, when the child becomes a brat, she stops withholding it because now she's getting irritated with the same child. So how much of blockage do we create in our life every day because of this stupid judgment, which comes so automatically? And then as a result of that, our reactions, which come so automatically, our resistance, which comes so automatically, and then we end up blocking. And not only are we alone physically, we are alone even energetically. See, a person who's in the Himalayas, that Shuddha Siddha Purusha, right? He's open energetically, so he's connected. We might think that he's alone out there. He's not. He's connected to the whole Brahmand. What have we done? We are living in a place teeming with humanity and life forms, right? And we have built energetic walls around us. So you're one of the lucky ones who have chosen to join me on the 29th and break down those energetic walls in Bangalore. You're already working on it, So I'm very much, very keen to know that a person who's doing so much work on herself, how is it going to impact you? Like I've been working for myself so long. 26th of January 2020 is a landmark in my life, despite all Vipassana, this, that, and the other, which I had done. So I'm very eager to see what happens. So thank you for being with us, Suchitra.
Thank you, sir.
All right, who's next? Yes, Raghu. So nice to see you again.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone.
Vanakkam, sir.
Vanakkam, sir. I would like to share two things by joining every day morning, and what I am getting benefited of this is like the people who share their story. You always ask, please share your story. It may be helpful for someone now.
Yep.
Yesterday, Mr. Gaurav and Mr. Gautama shared some story. The similar incident happened in my life also. In 2015, I was going for my marriage from Dubai. And we were in Bangalore, and that is the first time I was trying to use my wallet and debit card as well. So I took a loan to buy my plot as well as expense for my marriage. And we were along with my friends, we were in a shop, in the dress shop, to buy all the clothing for my marriage. So what happened? I withdraw money. All the money was kept in my wallet with all the card, and there was no password, mobile OTP, and all that time. So in that particular shop, we have to sit, and then they will show all the materials. So it was very tight with my pants. So I took out the wallet and kept in the floor. So by the time we finished all the dealing, one of my friends said, okay, I'll pay for it. So we forgot about that. I kept my wallet on the floor, and we went home, and then realized that I missed out to take out the wallet. Everybody was yelling at me. What you did, so much of money, and people just take it away. I said, just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'll just go alone to the shop again and then see it. It's almost 2 hours travel. So I went there, and the gentleman who served us, he said, sir, we could not able to find this. I know you are coming for this purpose, and we could not able to find any contact number. And we searched it. Otherwise, we would have called you immediately. And they said, just check everything before you leave. He made sure that we open our wallet. I opened my wallet and then checked it. So there are this instance brought me here. Otherwise, it would have been buried with me. I would have not even remembered about this until they have shared it. And then another one incident today, what Shujitra madam said, and you also said about the Pradakshina. As a childhood, in my childhood, with my whole family, we used to go to where I live in Trichirappalli, Srirangam. There's a temple, Thiruvanai Kovil. There's a temple called, and there's a long 5 rounds we have to go, and it's starting from a bigger round to the smaller round and smaller round, and we should not wear the chapel. I had a similar experience, and thanks for bringing me those experience too, sir. So
Great.
that is
Thank
what
you very
it,
much for
that is what
sharing.
it helps actually. It kindle your this one, not only the present thinking, the past, some good memories, and your experiences.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And a very warm welcome to you, Makesh, for joining us. And a big thank you to your friend who invited you. So welcome to the morning empowering conversations. And as you will see, you know, you will be able to contribute and also get some contribution by being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sukhdeep.
Sukhdeepak. Thank you. Good morning, Pongal. Good morning, Sausab. Welcome, everybody. All right, who goes next? Looks like Punita is getting ready to speak. Go ahead.
I greeted you. I just joined late, so I didn't know the question, what was going in discussion. So I missed it.
What I was saying was that when you have a life of ease, joy, and glory, what would your life look like? What would your life feel like?
Let me just be here for some more time and I'll get back.
Yeah, so when you have a life of ease and when you have a life of joy and glory, how would that life look like? Okay, so think about it and feel good about it. Thank you very much. Yes, Amit, welcome back and you're welcome to share. Oops. Yeah. Looks like you're out somewhere. Yeah. You are audible. Speak a little loud, that's all.
Hello.
Yep.
Yes, I think the life will be ease, glory, and joy would be like that. Morning, getting up and taking a walk and listening to morning conversations with you. That is what is life all about. And being doing what you want to do and having the having the choice of doing what you want to do and not living in the default mode.
Yeah, well. And what would it feel like? You know, see, do you notice one thing? Whenever we ask this kind of a question, we'll be more speaking about what we would be doing, which is great.
Yes.
Obviously, you'll be doing things differently and life will be showing up. How would that kind of a life feel? You know, like when I got up from my bed this morning, I was like bouncing, you know. I was feeling so light and happy. And I said, let me play some music and dance a little, you know. That's joy, right? And
Yeah,
things
joy.
happening in life.
True.
Doing things what you always did, and now they are not such a painful struggle anymore because you're not resisting anything anymore.
Exactly. So yesterday when I attended the session, so Mr. Sandeep had spoken about the conversations episode of 116. So I went back and I listened to that 116, and where you talk about the 5 pillars of relationship. So that is what I mean: trust, then vulnerability, and all. So
yeah,
that
allowance, trust.
Yeah. So
gratitude.
Yes. So that helped me. I had a kind of a breakthrough with my wife. I just sat with her and I told her, listen, we need to talk. And, you know, I said, I'm recording things so that I can listen what you want to say to me when, you know, what do you expect from me. So that was a good kind of a breakthrough. And yes, today morning I decided that I'll go for a walk and listen to the morning conversations, which I'm doing actually. So,
Wow. Congratulations. All the best to you.
Thank you.
All right, Giri Garu, your turn.
Thank you, sir. As per for my part, is the morning thing is a walking, sir. By 6 o'clock when I'm going for I can touch 2 or 3 my personal friends and I will talk with them very energetically doing walking and attending.
Giri Garu, small interruption. I want to ask you, do you remember the question?
Yeah, I am starting. I am every time I have some starting trouble. I can understand your question. The only thing, last second lockdown, actually, I went for walking. My bike has been taken by the police.
Arey Baba.
And then at the time I am not wearing mask. Even I am not able to go and talk with that police. Then I just went out from that scene, and then I called one of my police friend, and then he asked me to go some other station and report there and tell my name. And then I went there. At that time, there is the two-wheeler has been 100% banned. Only four-wheelers can go. My car has been used for servicing. My service people are using. At the time, I went by walk. Actually, it's a very huge summer. I don't know that the first time I feel that deep hydration, dehydration.
Dehydration.
Yeah, dehydration is deeply. I will be going to faint. At that circumstances, really, one person is going, even a small guy. I'm asking help. Which side you are going? He told them just nearby only. Then why should I disturb? No, I let him off. Then he turned back and called me. No, no, you please come with me like that. So then I came with him. I went with him, and he's taking some food or something hotel. After that, I was dropped there, and I moved by walking. Again, after purchasing the food, he is coming. My sir, where you are going? Actually, I will come and drop you. No, no, almost 3-4 kilometers. I can manage my. No, no, you please come, sir. I will help you. No? Then almost 3 kilometers, he come and he dropped my in my office. Really, that circumstance, what I felt is the service we are giving, that water purifier survey, even the lockdown, nothing has disturbed us. We have seen demonetization, recession, nothing has disturbed us. So whatever we are doing, servicing to the community, it will return back at any way. It's a
Great.
real and fantastic moment, sir. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you very much. Yes. Who else would like to share? If you had a life of ease, joy, and glory, what would it look like?
Sir,
Come
may I
again, sir.
share? May I share?
Yeah, Kuldeep ji, you are already unmuted, so you might as well share.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, friend.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you today?
I am very fine, sir. And just share the experience when you have a life of ease and glory and allowance, what happens?
What will happen?
What will happen? What happened to me?
Oh, very good. Wonderful.
Already. So I was posted here in Pune, and I'm talking about 90s. And I was here as the head of the department for the naval armament because I specialize in weapons. Here is the Institute of Armament Technology, where we do the MTech courses, MTech level courses for all three forces. So I was posted here. And after 5 years, I continued. I was asked, we have some unwritten system in armed forces. When you reach the level of the full colonel level in all three forces, you are sometimes asked whether you want to go to somewhere where you can be interacted, you can interact with the civilians and other services also.
Mm-hmm.
So it was asked to me, okay, whether you want to go to somewhere else where you can have interaction with all public services, civilians and the other forces. I say, yes, that's very nice because this 29 years I have only specialized in doing the only specialized work. Let us see, let's go there. What could be there? So say this could be NCC. So fine, it doesn't make a difference, whatever it is. And my posting order was issued from here to Kochi. At the same rank, I was the full colonel rank of the captain of the Navy, which is equivalent to the full colonel. And so I was posted equivalent post to the group commander. I went there. I went there means before I was joining, I had somehow to publish a paper in ISRO on the armament. So I was going there. So I asked my boss, sir, since I am going there, if you permit me to go to Cochin, I'll see my next posting place also. He said, yes, go ahead. So I went there informally. Informally, I sent my office, and after that, informally, they have in fact dined me in also, unofficially welcomed also. I came back. So posting, I have yet to go formally. And before it's about 7 days left. I made all my reservation, everything. My boss, that is the Rear Admiral here in Institute of Armament Technology, he said, have you done all your tickets and stuff? Yes, sir, I'm leaving after 7 days. He said, I can you hold on? Hold on. What does it mean, hold on? So he said, hold on means hold on is not such a tough English word which you don't understand. You hold on. So I hold on. Because I was very, very anxious to what he is going to do. When 2 days later, I said, please tell me what is this suspense? Neither I am here I am wind out. Other place I am not going. What you are supposed to go to? Well, you hold on. So we are thinking that you can go as a Deputy Director General NCC at Bhubaneswar, Orissa. I said, but I have just posting order has been issued. We went there and Deputy Director General, you understand this is not the full Colonel rank post, this is the Brigadier rank post. And I have only spent about 10 months in the in this rank. It took about 4 years to become from full Colonel to a Brigadier. Equivalent, same in the Navy. He said, what you are telling me, do you think I don't know it? I said, I'm not saying you don't know it, simply you know it, but what is going to happen? Well,
you're going to be a brigadier.
Well, and I only 10 months spent. So I said, how it is possible, man? You whatever you are telling me, you understand that I also know it. So I didn't say, I kept quiet. And about 2 days before, he told me that your posting order has been issued to take over the DDG NCC. Orissa. Anyway, the order also has come. But I was very surprised. How could it happen? Means when I'll go there, I will take a post of a brigadier. It's only after 10 months. Normally 4 years. So I went there. Obviously. I put a stripe, one higher rank. But I have not understood how does it happen. Normally it doesn't happen. So but I joined and I have I went for a 2 years tenure. Some good work was done, so 2 years government has also increased my tenure. And I realize now if I have not gone there, I would have missed most thing in my life, whatever I am there because of this last tenure. But besides that, I was very curious, how did it happen? So then I was told that somehow it happened that when they were considering the posting to outside Navy, some new chief has come and he wanted that not only 4 years record, about 10 years record of the people should have been considered when they are going outside the Navy. And somehow who were the aspirant, I was not the aspirant for this because of the obvious reasons. They somehow could not make it. Now who was the next in line? Next in line came us. And that time something has happened that chief has been given the power to promote somebody to this next rank while holding appointment. And this was that thing. And so I got promoted. So that's how if I have resisted, and everyone here was telling me that why are you going to Bhubaneswar? What is Pune? Where is Bhubaneswar? And this has all happened. I that time superseded many officers that time, and it happened.
And because you did not resist it, right?
Yes, I did not resist at all.
Yeah.
Despite
That's the magic.
Everyone's supposition almost.
Right. Great. Thank you so much for sharing it. So good, reminder to everybody, don't waste your time in resisting. Who knows what wonderful stuff is there on the other side. And a very good morning to you, Shamla, and welcome to the Empowering Morning Conversations. Thank you so much for accepting your friend's invitation, or relative, I believe, Raghu's invitation, and joining us. You're most welcome to be with us. Thank you. All right, who next? Who is next?
Can I?
Yeah, of course. Who's this?
Oh,
of course, Ashok ji. By now I should recognize your voice.
Yeah, no, whatever. Even personally, me also could be recognized. I think I am the only one with the all shaven.
नहीं सर, आप सबसे जवान हैं, सबसे हसीन और सबसे जवान
From
हमारे
backside,
जैसे।
yes.
हमारे तो आधे से ज्यादा झड़ गया है, तो उसमें क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ये देखो,
Frankly,
ये
as
देखो,
everybody is explaining there are so many things when you say life with ease, love, joy, and glory. It should be green pasture which at the back of our scenery at the moment will be green pasture all the time, because we are not expecting anything from it. But I would like to give my personal experience, which has helped me to what I am today. Way back, I'm sorry, but I'm going back that when I graduated in 1967, did not know what to do. So I accepted exhibition representative, the stall representative job in the industrial fair in Madras. We are in Mumbai. I accepted there at 150 rupees salary, with only motive that I will come to know so many people, and then I can choose company, then I can choose so many things. There on a holiday, delegation had come from All India Manufacturers Association, where all the managing directors of many companies were there. And I told them that it is closed at the moment for the lunch between 1 and 4. But if you are interested, you tell me your interest, I will show you only those stalls. And I took them, 5 or 6 of them, and showed them. One of them asked my father whether his son, that is me, can join his company, which is Hindustan Door Oliver. On May 1968, I joined on a holiday, went there, nobody was there. Of course, it was closed. But because I have come through the managing director's direct
orders,
nomination, I was not, let's say, allowed to be inside the company with. So I was given very small, read this file, you read this file. And on 10th of May, I was sent to Rajasthan to start the equipment, which was made for the first time in India. The name also I had not heard of it. But I did not have around job muska polish I did not know anything about it. Was clean. So being young, I was with practically the labor, the supervisor, even the railway guard, because there was a side, it's a mining job. They are all outstation and there is not many people. So made friends with everybody. Equipment did not start. I was there 1.5. And funniest part, I can show you, I had those pointed shoes those times.
Yes, I remember.
In Udaipur, Rajasthani, they shrunk so much. I couldn't go those shoes. They were all that drain pipe trousers. They also got shrunk that I couldn't even do them. That heat was so bad, and the man is never used to that kind of heat. It was really tough. But being young, it never occurred to me that I am being punished. It really didn't occur to me. Equipment did not start. After a month and for communication, I have to go to railway siding cabin man. From there, make a trunk call to my boss at night, tell him what has happened, and then come back. So this was a tough routine because Hindustan Zinc wouldn't allow us to use their telephone, and there was no public telephone. So there was no way of communication. There was no post, no one can be. And I had something, I think 50 rupees or 60 rupees with me in the pocket. So nothing could be done. Fortunately, when the equipment did not start, the American person wanted to see why it is not starting. So he insisted of coming to Udaipur. He came to our place. Then he asked me some questions and I showed him the plant right from mining to sending off. इधर ये करते, ये ऐसा करते, ये सबकी इंट्रोडक्शन भी कर दी, ये जनरल मैनेजर है, ये सुपरवाइजर है, ये इसका लड़का इधर पढ़ता है, उसका लड़का उधर पढ़ता है. He was really amazed that this 24-year-old boy is explaining like he knows practically the company. And after going back, he said, I want this boy to come to US. And that time, the eyes of everybody got opened. अरे ये तो अभी उसको अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर भी नहीं दिया है, he is still young, he knows nothing, etc., etc. So they registered, but still I was sent to US for 7-8 months, came back as an expert, and then have handled practically maybe at least 25 mining projects. But it all happened only because I was clean. I was not expecting, did not have any designs in my mind. कि इसका क्या करूँ, इनका influence कहाँ use करूँ, nothing. It was absolutely clean slate.
And you were not resisting. You were not resisting.
I was not resisting anything. Absolutely nothing I resisted.
And when you retired, what was your rank in that company?
No, I did not wait till retire, because when they decided to sell the company, because American companies were not allowed, I started my own business.
And when you left the company, what was the rank you were holding?
I was junior engineer because I started as a fresher, no?
No, when you left the company finally.
Yeah, I was not manager or nothing.
Achha. And then you started your own business.
Yeah. And then did IS, I am an ISO auditor also. I was president, rather chairman of Institution of Engineers with maybe 50,000 engineers in Maharashtra. Then I was on the as a representative of Institution on Planning Commission, took part in many technical activities. And even today, after I was chairman around 1980 of institution. And even today, I am one of the scrutineers for conducting elections all over India. Represented metallurgy at not only in Indian level, but on international level. Was on the board of Filtration Society, International Filtration Society. But it all happened because I was not expecting anything from it, nor I was resisting anything when any comment was made.
That is the secret.
One of the things I could share, I always went and sat near the person who was supposed to make the most naughtiest comment against me. In any meeting, I did not sit opposite to him. I always sat next to him. कि साहब आपके पास से सीखना है क्या कैसे करना होगा.
Exactly.
And believe me, all of them turned to be my friends thereafter.
Naturally.
But I never resisted any comment, never, ever.
So guys, all the younger people on this group, there's the secret of success.
Yes.
Right? See, where does expectation come from? Judgment, right? And if you have expectation and it's not fulfilled, you will be upset and you will be resisting. So he's not resisting, he's not expecting, and he's allowing life to come to him, So when we do that, you will obviously get a life of ease, joy, and glory. So do you notice that he was not troubled by the heat? He was not troubled by his shrinking tight pants or his shrinking shoes. Why? Because he wasn't resisting.
Yeah, I was not resisting. And I find it funny now why I did not resist. But still I feel it was good for me.
Sir, आपको जो कुदरत ने बख्शा है ना, एक attitude जो है of that gives you ease, joy, and glory.
Yeah, it does give. I have never lost my sleep.
Exactly. So congratulations and a big thank you for being such an inspiration. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you.
Because a lot of people can learn a lot of things from it. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Neeti ji.
Good morning, everybody. Sir,
Morning.
listening to sir's work experience, I'm really inspired because in today's work scenario, a file comes to me first or it comes to me second, creates a ruckus in the work environment. And we begin with all our complaints and not a good place to work. And hearing his experience, the way he would make the trunk calls and all, it's so inspiring that I suddenly feel we're cribbing too much. Maybe our lives are a life of joy and glory, but we are only cribbing. We are not looking at it that way.
Madam, आपने वो दिन नहीं देखे जो हमने देखे ना. There was only one telephone in our block in Connaught Place in Delhi, and that also because my grandfather was a doctor. When we went for work, there was nobody there to come and receive us, and HR is helping to find a house and all that. Nothing was there, no mobile phone. Then those PCOs came, and we found that to be a boon. Highway में जा रहे हैं चंडीगढ़ रास्ते में boss को phone कर रहे हैं. All those things, where were they when we started our career? Nothing was there.
जितनी comforts आती जा रही हैं, उतने हमारे issues भी बढ़ते जा रहे हैं.
नखरे बढ़ते जा रहे हैं.
Very inspiring stories today, sir.
Thank you, Neeti. Thank you. Yes, Gaurav and then Pongal in that order, or Pongal first because ladies are always first, and then Gaurav.
Thank you, and happy morning, everyone. Once again, Ashok ji, that was very, very inspiring. Is going with the flow and not resisting. Putting that statement, all of life, when all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory, how do I feel? I will feel on top of the world, unstoppable, and I will be there. I just don't have words. I'm just trying to collect words when I put it in, because I know it's going to be so unstoppable. It's going to be that, gosh, like going in, and everything is going to be my heart's desire. And I know the ripple effects that would have had, that feeling of like that joy is indescribable. So when you asked the question, I was just trying to put that, and I feel that that is indescribable. And on top of the world will be that right phrase to tell you what will be my feelings. Thank you.
And all of life, right? Including the heat, including the shrinking clothes, including the people criticizing you. Even that is all of life, right? Even that comes to me with ease, right? Because there is no judgment there, na? Because judgment says, why is he talking to me like that? Judgment says it's too hot, how will I work? When I remember when I was young, I used to go from Delhi right up to a place called Palwal in hot summer. You don't know how hot it is, on a motorcycle. And I never, people used to tell me, how do you do that? I say, what's the big deal? See, if you are dealing with life like that, every experience is an opportunity to be a better version of yourself. And if you're not judging it, right? Long time back, when I first did the first transformational program, there was a quote that they gave us. It says, forget about likes and dislikes. Forget about likes and dislikes. Just do what has to be done. Okay. So I said, wow. So when there is no judgment, there's no expectation, there's nothing. You're not resisting anything. Just do what you have to do. And it's ease, joy, and glory. So beautifully put, it sounded like poetry coming out of your mouth. Thank you so much.
And when I stated now, I was of the feeling that it's at a time in future. I did not realize that it's a time at present. Only now, after you spoke just now, I realized that even this moment, let me take it that it is coming with ease, joy, and glory. So it's a new realization now, this moment, that even this moment, I can be at that point of joy and ease and glory if I don't resist, if I go with the flow, if I go without judgments. That's like, again, an eye-opener after you spoke now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. You know, at the end of the day, all that I have with me now is now.
Yes.
Pongal, I
Ashokji,
can
please.
add one. Sorry, Pongal, I can add one word.
Yes,
If you
Ashok.
see the Montessori class children, small children, KG class children, when the school is over, the way they come out dancing, that
Yes.
will be that is our feeling when we are full with ease, joy, and glory. I always enjoy that school KG class getting over and the small boys with uniform and tiffin and everything running out, hey, to the mother and this one, the way their face is lighted. That is the feeling we will be having when we are full with ease, love, joy, and glory.
Ashokji, your words remind me of the KG children entering the campus with so much joy. You are talking about the exit, but I'm talking about the entry of children with so much of joy. Me standing in front, receiving them, and they come and talk to me. They tell me, "Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, yeah.
weekend,
That
we
is
missed you."
the feeling. That is the
That's
feeling.
the joy.
My
can
grandson,
the
you
feeling.
know, my grandson, Manav's son, you know, when he was little, he was so fond of going to school because that school is like that. And if there was a holiday, he's telling his mummy, "Aaj school nahi hai."
Nahi hai.
Aaj school nahi hai. And we used to be crying, you know, we don't want to go to school.
You know, I have had children who come to visit me telling that they missed me, like if it's a longer holiday, or I've had children who come telling that they want to see me, and the parents bring them to me telling that, no, he started crying that he wanted to see you. So I'm able
that is why Pongal ji, that is why you are a prince. People. Prince. Yes, Gaurav.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, so on one hand, we have ease, joy, and glory. On other hand, we have difficulties that we have faced to have the comforts of life that we enjoy today. I remember whenever I would come to Delhi, I would be staying with my in-laws because the two places that we had were on rent. And of course, it was not my way, it was their way because it was their house. And every time I would say, next time I come, I will probably come less, but I will come and stay at a hotel. And this time, willy-nilly, I am in a hotel for 4.5 months. And so we have to be careful what we wish for.
Yeah.
Not that I'm complaining, but this is it. Now, also talking about Ashokji's and your difficult phases, I am reminded of the times when in the mid-90s, you remember, Sukhdeepak, we were supposed to take care of the forum leaders when they came.
Yeah.
And they had a laptop. We had to upload reports to the US. So we would go from shop to shop asking,
modem hai.
And I'm reminded, 96 mein bhatakte the hum log to upload reports. Now it's all like we have smartphones, but not so smart people.
Yeah.
So
maybe we are too smart.
nostalgia.
No, we are not so. We are too smart. That's the problem.
And last incident I want to relate is I got my first scooter with my first job in advertising. I remember I had a scooter, but I did not have a helmet with a visor. So I had to go and give a artwork to Thompson Press, which is at the end of Faridabad. So I was on a scooter at night at about 10 o'clock without a visor, and insects were coming into my eyes. And it was a new scooter. I was just about. So with great struggle, I reached there and I met Arun Puri's brother, who was responsible for the thing. They took good care of me, but it's so vivid in my, those days, there were not enough lights on the road, but I made it. And it's a sense of accomplishment that we have struggled and come to where we are, and now we are able to reflect and access. They say unless you have experienced a dip, you may not be able to enjoy the highs.
Yeah, and
I'm
what if
lucky that, yeah.
what if we stop labeling them now as a struggle and say, I have invested in experiences that have made me grow? You see how automatically we are still continuing to use those words, you know, and they are words which have an element of judgment to it, right?
Right. Experience is experience.
Automatically, I
Yeah.
say, yeah, okay, I had those experiences and they made a man out of me, and that's it, you know. But you know, even remembering with angst happens when you put those labels on it. Otherwise, you can say, wow, that was great, man. I mean, I think about it and say, wow, I used to go in the summer, eat, you know, in Delhi in the month of May, you know. See, when you look back like that, and then you get more kind of uplifted, right? Remember what Werner used to say: if you choose what you have, you will
You can
always have what you choose. It
Right.
takes some time for people to get it. But once they get it, you know, you choose what you have. Okay, you have what you have. Do you have a choice about choosing it? Choose what you have. You will always have what you choose. So what is there to resist then? Thank you so much, Gaurav.
Thank
We
you.
all
I
go
just
back.
want to close with one. I don't know if it is appropriate, but I'll share. It says, what does not kill you makes you stronger.
Oh, yeah.
So here we are. Let's enjoy this moment as and where we are.
And how are things? Are the things moving or not?
Yeah, this week I'm very optimistic things will happen.
Okay, great. Kunal साहब, I haven't forgotten you. आपका तो शेर सुनना है और कुलदीप जी का भी शेर सुनना है. उसके पहले one question has to be put. Can I put the question first?
Yes.
Yeah, because there may not be time and some people have to leave. So the question is a very simple question. And the question is, what part of your life are you not giving attention to? What part of your life are you not giving attention to? Because I promise you, whatever it is that you don't give attention to, you know, like children, when you don't give them attention, they become naughty and they do all sorts of funny things to get your attention. Similarly, any part of you, yeah, even any part of your body that you do not give attention to. So please start thinking about what part of your life are you not paying attention to. That's all. I'm not asking anything else. Just keep thinking on this. What part of my life am I not paying attention to? If you're not paying attention to your finances, you can imagine what will happen. If you're not paying attention to your health, you know what will happen, and so on and so forth. So life has many things in it. So what part of your life are you not paying attention to? So that's the question of the day. You don't have to say anything right now. I want you to let it fester. Yeah, keep thinking about it. What part of my life am I not paying attention to? And as you know, life has many components. So some people do something called the wheel of life. So it tells them where they are paying attention, where they are not. Okay, so what part of life are you not paying attention to? Great. Coming back to you, Kunan. And after that, Kuldeep ji will give his share, and Kunan obviously has to say his share before he finishes his share. He has to say his share before he finishes his share. Okay. Ab theek hai.
Thank you, sir, and very good morning, all. Very inspiring stories and takeaways. The question coming to my mind, sir, but before that, the answer is, after having association with you, I am already enjoying my life with
ease, joy, and glory.
And joy, but glory part is there. So the question coming, as you always mention, that it's all about flow of energy. So when I think about ease, it's all about flowing energy with other human beings whenever I am interacting at the moment, living by now. And then joy is all about giving happiness to self and others to whomsoever I'm interacting. So ease and joy part is working, it's moving, that's good. But as far as the glory is concerned, as you always mention about energy, and I believe that after a certain time, I'll be leaving this body and as an energy being going somewhere else. So for me, the real glory is not in this world with this body. There is somewhere else.
Okay.
So what is that glory, and how can I say that I can be really have the life with glory in this, with this body in this world or somewhere else?
Who knows? First of all, I am talking about only this world right now. So why should I wait till I die so that I can have a glorious life? Maybe I'm having it right now. I don't grant that. मैं उसको ओहदा नहीं दे रहा हूँ. See, remember what I was telling to our Suchitra? कि when you go to that mountain and you do parikrama, it is just like a trek, but it becomes special because you granted that. भाई वो ओहदा उन्होंने दिया है उसको ना. ओहदा तो आप देते हो ना. So think about it. What stops you from allowing yourself to have your life be glorious? Who says it's not glorious right now? The point is to be able to explain. So who has to experience ease? You do, and you're willing to do so, right? Who's the one to be willing to be joyous? You. So you become joyous. And who is the one to be in a state of glory? You do. You see, so all the things other than these three things which we are focusing on doesn't allow it to happen. So maybe you should look up and find out what is glory. You know, like you wish somebody and say, hey, good morning. Or somebody says, how's your morning? And you say, wow, it's a glorious morning. It's glorious because I say so. It's glorious because I feel so. It's not somebody who's going to come and give me a medal. Hey, Kunen, ye lo glory, glory, lo glory, glory. Morning glory flower. It's not like that, no? I firmly believe, and you also believe that, I know, because you said in many occasions, it's all within us, right? We have to allow it to be present. It's not present because we're doing everything to prevent it from being present. उसको प्रकट होने से हम ही रोक रहे हैं. With our judgment, resistance, and reaction, we will not allow the glory to come forth. It is ours to bring forth whenever we want. अपने आप को एहसास होने नहीं देते ना हम लोग. हम खुशी का एहसास नहीं होने देते हैं. अब बाकी तो छोड़ दो. हमें तो गम की तलाश रहती है ना? Are you getting it? What I'm trying to say? I hope.
I got the. I had a different meaning of glory, but I got it now. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. See, it is. You are looking at it like it's some place to reach. I'm looking at it as a place to be. So we will reach where we will reach. God knows. Only He knows, right? You may do everything. He may decide, okay, तुमको उधर भेजना है, इधर भेजना है. अब लगे रहो सारी जिंदगी, हो सकता है वो वहीं भेज दे, क्या पता. He may say कि तुमने एहसास तो लिया ही नहीं, तुम तो कोशिश ही करते रह गए. जो होना था तो हुआ ही नहीं, तो जाओ उधर. मैं नहीं लाता हूं अपने पास. Who knows? That's not in our hands. Anyway, so let's listen to a शेर. एक शेर सुनाता हूं मैं. कुलदीप जी सुनाएंगे या आप सुनाएंगे पहले?
मैं सुना देता हूँ, फिर कुलदीप सर सुनाएंगे.
Okay.
क्या है कि आज के टॉपिक से रिलेटेड है कि मार ही डालेंगे बेमौत ये दुनिया वाले.
मार ही डालेंगे ये बेमौत ये दुनिया वाले. वाह.
मार ही डालेंगे बेमौत ये दुनिया वाले. हम जो जिंदा हैं तो जीने का हुनर रखते हैं.
Wow. So people will kill you before your time, and those who are alive, we who are alive, we enjoy our life. Right? Was that a good translation?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it an accurate translation?
Not accurate, but yes, it's I think near to.
वो second line में कुछ गड़बड़ है ना?
हम जो जिंदा हैं तो जीने का हुनर रखते हैं. Means if I am living my life, I know how to live the life with the ease, joy, and glory.
Yeah, all right. Great. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Kuldeep ji.
सर मैं इसी से रिलेटेड सुना लेता हूँ जो कुनैन जी ने सुनाया है. वो भी लाइफ में कभी कभी एक्सपीरियंस है कि उसूलों पर जब आँच आए, उसूलों पर जब आँच आए तो टकराना जरूरी है. उसूलों पर जब आँच आए तो टकराना जरूरी है, गर जिंदा हो तो जिंदा नजर आना जरूरी है.
Wow. So when our values are threatened, it is necessary to take a stand. And if we are alive, then we should look alive.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. On that note,
Just to add, sir, before you close, कुलदीप सर के लिए कि चलो जिंदगी को जिंदा दिल से
जिंदा दिली से
चलो जिंदगी को जिंदा दिली से जीने के लिए एक छोटा सा उसूल बनाते हैं. चलो जिंदगी को जिंदा दिली से जीने के लिए एक छोटा सा उसूल बनाते हैं. रोज एक अच्छा याद रखते हैं और कुछ बुरा भूल जाते हैं.
Wow. So now you will better translate that yourself. That's such a wonderful one.
ट्रांसलेशन मुश्किल हो जाता है सर, वो एक्सप्रेशन नहीं आता है अंग्रेजी में.
Okay, छोड़ दो. अच्छा, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you must be wondering why do I encourage this shairi to happen? Because poetry can convey many things which words cannot. Yeah, because they evoke something in you, which is what is necessary. The experience of something is the real teacher rather than just the words. That's another reason why I sometimes ask you to repeat words in a different language. Because unless you get the words experientially, they don't mean much to us. So thank you very much to all the poets, and people who can say poetry in other languages are also most welcome to do so. We will make time for them. So on that note, thank you very much, everybody. Those who want to stay can stay, but we are formally closing the meeting for today. So thank you very much for your participation. We would love to see you again tomorrow morning for another session of Empowering Morning Conversations.
Good day, everybody. Thank you.
Good day. Bye-bye.